wow, does that match my pants really well? It does. If you can't see, it is a little dark in here, isn't it? But yeah, that matches my pants nearly perfectly. Hey, so you're probably wondering why I'm holding a bottle of vodka in my hand. Just thought I'd start out this review with a little interesting thing I heard, which I haven't confirmed it yet, so maybe it's not true, but I heard that Sky Vodka threatened a lawsuit on Sky gun manufacturers for spelling their name the same way. I heard anyways that they used to spell it SKYY. It's a Florida-based company, by the way. Put that away in a minute, I suppose. But yeah, so it's spelled SCCY, but it is pronounced Sky as well. So anyways, opening the box up, this is what you're going to get. You're going to find this sitting on top. What are these? Well, these are for your magazines, which you're going to get 2 of, by the way. 2 10-round magazines for the pistol. And what these are is in case you, right here, you can take this off, which I've actually never done it yet because I guess I like the pinky extension is what that is. And you can turn them into flat bottom magazines if you don't want a pinky extension, or I guess if you need that little bit more of concealability, I suppose you could say. But you are going to get 2 10-round magazines in there. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyways, I haven't seen magazines that have interchangeable bottoms or whatever for flat bottom or pinky extensions. So that's kind of interesting. And then, of course, you're going to get your gun. Now, you're probably wondering, what in the heck is that on the trigger? But that is the gun lock that it comes with. First one I've seen that had such a lock. So thought that was kind of interesting. I'll come around and we'll show you here how that works. But, of course, key comes with 2 keys, 1 spare, I suppose, and boom. You just unlock it, take that right off. Gonna check, make sure we don't got any rounds in there real quick first. What these are coming with for sights is you're gonna get a white dot, 3 white dots, and so that's one thing I guess I personally like in my guns is to have night sights, which I suppose you can probably buy night sights for this rear right here. But this front one, as far as I know, that's fixed, and I suppose, I haven't looked. Maybe if you take the gun apart, you might be able to get that front one off with a tiny screw in there, but I think it's fixed on there, fixed front sight. So unfortunately, you'd never be able to get night sights for it if that's the case, but like I said, I haven't taken the gun apart and looked under there, so maybe I'm wrong. That'd be cool if I am, because I am personally a fan of night sights. But they're not bad. Nice, bright white. They seem to do the job most of the time. So the SCCY CPX2, which is what model this is the only difference between this and the CPX1, as far as I know, is that there is no safety on the CPX2, but it's a double action only gun. So that is your safety, basically, is this extremely long trigger pull, which that's what most people complain about. If they have anything to complain about with the gun, it's usually that trigger pull. And for me, yeah, it's not a great trigger, but I guess the way I look at it is, what can you expect when you're getting a gun that you can literally walk out of the store with for about $350 plus or minus, depending on the deal you got at the store. And another thing that I'm probably not going to mess with, but I've heard that if you take this right here and just start pulling that with a tool, or I guess your finger even, which, like I said, I'm not going to do that to mine. I'm going to just break mine in and hope the trigger gets a little nicer over time. For me, it's really not that big of a deal. I think it's kind of a nice range gun to practice with for the fact that it has a long trigger pull, because, then it helps you build up that whatever hesitation or whatever you would call that. Anyways, I think it's nice I don't mind it. Man, I couldn't come up with the words there, but yeah, I don't mind the trigger pull, so I won't probably mess with that right at the moment. But yes, it obviously is a double action only gun and has a pretty hefty trigger pull. It does. So that being said, that's probably the only. There is some slide play also. Once again, though, slide play is one thing I always look at in pistols, anyways. But once again, what can you expect for a gun of the price range? It's really not a bad gun, I don't think, and I would probably recommend it for anybody who is on a budget and still wants to buy something that is small, concealable. This is in 9mm, by the way. I don't think I have mentioned that, but yes, this is a 9mm, and there we go. That's what you're gonna get in the box when you purchase it. And for the $350 plus or minus dollars that you're spending to get that gun, I think it's definitely not a bad one by any means at all. I would definitely go ahead and swoop one up at your local gun shop if I was you.